Hi guys, Bradley from B-Rad TV, and it's just a quick catch-up for the middle of the first month of my 3 months of no alcohol, energy drinks or fast food, and eating very clean and exercising as well. Now this time, going cold turkey on all my mini vices and suddenly eating healthy and waking up and exercising and sorting everything out, I'm finding it a lot tougher than I did in October 2014 when I made that first video like this. I think that could have to do with that I was so bad last month and I've been very busy, and I don't want to say stressed, but I've been relying on junk food, energy drinks and say going out and alcohol to take my mind off things I'm having to do and having to deal with, and now suddenly not allowing myself any of those distractions or sort of pleasures that I think, oh, I'm suffering now doing this work I don't want to be doing, and in exchange for that I can enjoy this pleasure. Now suddenly all I'm doing is trying to deal with things. It's not just the doing of things, it's mainly the thinking about things. Things I don't want to think about, things I don't want to deal with, that I could distract myself with going out, drink, and then having to make up for that lifestyle with junk food because I was too tired or sick to cook. Now I have to face everything and deal with it, and I'm not distracting myself. And because I've got a lot more going on and things are a lot more serious now than they were in October 2014, I'm finding it a lot tougher because I've just got more to deal with that I've been distracting myself from, and there's more pressure on me, or at least I feel like there's more pressure on me in my life at this point. So that's a big factor in why I'm finding it tougher. Now I said in that first video I had Game of Thrones to watch, which I mentioned I've got for Christmas. I didn't mention I'd never seen it before. My family knew that I'd enjoy it, I knew I'd enjoy it, I just never set the time aside. But now I've found a new way of distracting myself from what I have to think about, and that's with Game of Thrones. I'm already just done season 2, I think. Yeah, I've just finished season 2. So already now, just 2 weeks into the month, and that's 10 hours a series. So say I'm averaging 10 hours of DVD watching a week. And I've watched films on top of that as well. So all I've done is replaced one distraction, this going out, alcohol, drinking, whatever, with sitting here watching stuff on my cinema. Game of Thrones, brilliant, all great, but I'm still not doing what I have to do. I'm not facing up to my responsibilities and certain roles and things that I have to do for myself and other people. I think now though, after 2 weeks of eating healthy, doing my cooking, washing up my plates when I have to, exercising on the morning, like getting up on a cold day, exercising and showering when I could be staying in bed wrapped up not doing anything. I'm getting into a good routine, and I think I'm getting ready to deal with things and do the things I know I have to do. I mean, I've told you now, I've realised there's a problem, I've realised I'm distracting myself with other things now, so I'm aware and I'm ready to begin tackling things. It might be slow, but at least I'm trying and I'm giving it a go. One thing I have been having a lot of that I didn't mention in that first video is tea. And there's all different flavours of tea. I've got, what have I got? I've got guava, I've got orange, I've got grapefruit, I think. I've got apple and blackberry, honey chamomile, I've even got a pina colada flavoured one. And these are caffeine free, there's no sugar. If I want some sugar, what I'll do is I'll put a bit of like natural honey in there, just mix some honey in and it'll dissolve or melt away in the water. And it takes a while to brew, I can sip it and enjoy it. The whole process of making it and drinking it is sort of calming, relaxing and enjoying. And I've never really had hot drinks before. The thought of having a hot drink didn't really make sense to me because you have to wait for it to cool down. But now I'm sort of a massive tea fan over this past week and a bit. Especially if I'm sat here watching Game of Thrones and I can enjoy a nice cup of tea. Enjoy a cup of tea, different flavours. If you want a little bit of sugar in there, natural honey, make it a bit sweeter, have that. But tea, as a British man now endorsing tea, have a cup of tea. Tea. No milk, never any milk, I don't like that in there. I was away for a couple of days these first 2 weeks, and I got to use the gym once, and all I did was go on the bench press, load up the weight and get on a lat pull down machine, as in the wide grip pull up thing, and did some like big heavy bicep curls. Basically things I couldn't do in this room. But that's say 2 weeks, I've only had one visit to the gym. On top of my lots of workouts I've done in my room, but one gym visit in 2 weeks. Ouch. And even for me, that is tougher. I mentioned the cold, but getting up on a cold morning and then moving everything off my floor, putting it on my bed, exercising on the floor in different positions in between cupboards, and then having to shower in a freezing cold bathroom, it's not an appealing thought. It's like, why no rational person would do that compared to sitting here and watching Game of Thrones on a cinema wrapped up under a dressing gown and a duvet. But of course I am very rational. I need to get healthy, especially after living to excess like I did and putting myself through some horridness. I need to get healthy now, and that's part of it, exercising, even if it is just an hour a day. I think I'm averaging about an hour and 20 minutes my workouts at the moment. Oh, and my workouts as well, most of the time I will be watching my Rammstein live in Madison Square Garden. Now if you want to exercise even without weights, buy Rammstein in Madison Square Garden. I think it's about an hour and 40 minutes. Now watch that DVD, the entire hour 40 minutes, and all you have to do to exercise is copy whatever the most energetic band member on the screen is doing. Namely, keyboard player Flake, there. Yeah, well, the keyboard player, and he's even got a treadmill between his keyboards, and he's walking while he's playing songs. If you know anything about Rammstein, but just buy that DVD and copy what they do on screen, and you'll probably burn more calories than I do in my hour-long workout with weights. So after 14 days, no alcohol, energy drinks or fast food, my head is very clear. I've got lots of thoughts and lots of things to do and plan and get on with, and I'm thinking about all of them. And I don't want to say I'm overwhelmed and it's overwhelming. I think it's more the pressure I put on myself makes it feel that way. And now not having these little stimulants and vices to distract me at all, I am feeling all this pressure I've been putting off. And I think that's why I'm not being very productive. I'm sort of only doing my exercising and my healthy eating and not everything else I need to do. I've just got to let go of all this pressure I'm putting on myself. I know how to do it as well, and I can do my meditation and I can breathe deeply and go for a walk, and I know how to de-stress. But I'm sort of not letting myself. I'm sort of sitting and dwelling and overthinking and telling myself I've been bad and I am procrastinating, as opposed to getting on with things. I think you can tell from this video alone that I'm overthinking and I've got a lot going on and I'm beating myself up. And you could see maybe why I was going out so much and doing so many different things to try and take my mind off things I have to do. And now this is literally the reality, that the mental breaking down of responsibilities and life that I'm now facing up to, as well as going cold turkey on all my little vices and exercising and getting myself in a completely new healthy routine. I have to just be thankful that I am aware and I can think through these things and I can deal with them and I can stop myself and audit myself and progress and work on myself, and I'm always trying to better myself, if you can't tell, and this is part of that. But physically, I'm feeling good. My joints aren't aching, my breathing already feels better, after, I guess, as I got over a cold at the end of last year, so I guess that's why my breathing, suddenly I'm noticing that feels better. I'm not feeling hot or sweaty. I don't say suddenly in 2 weeks I'm brilliant and I feel fantastic, but I feel noticeably better than I did in December last year. Socially, I've had to turn down most of the offers I've had. Basically, people wanted to go on nights out, and there's no reason other than to drink and party. There's no, I don't want to go, I don't like clubbing anyway. I go to meet my friends who happen to like it, but it's strange. I'm sort of having people phone up saying, oh, let's go out and do something. Well, I don't want to. I had one friend who went over his house, we played literally a couple of board games, him and his girlfriend, and they were having a drink and I was just having sparkling water, treated myself to that. And that's actually, it was strange. I was worried sort of socially that, because I'd never met his girlfriend before, I thought, oh, I might be weird or shy, blah-de-blah. But I was still me. I was still happy, still making jokes, still really good fun Bradley. So that was nice for me to see that I don't have to drink socially if I'm, say, meeting people or going out in the evening to somebody's house or anything like that. I don't have to drink. So that was actually really empowering to see that I didn't have to drink. I'm still me without that. I'm still happy. I didn't need that. I've used it as some sort of confidence crutch going out in groups for far too long now. And just that small little social interaction sort of gave me a bit of boost. Yeah, I almost forgot that. No, that was a really, really good thing that happened in this past couple of weeks. Financially, I've actually put myself on a budget. I thought, hang on, I am going to be saving money, so I might as well budget myself for my food and everything. And I've done that, and I've like saved a load of money by not going out, not drinking, not having junk food, planning my meals, planning when I'm going to go food shopping and what I'm going to buy. I actually allow myself so much money a week for food, and I stay within that. And I've actually had leftover from that, which carries on to the next week. Then by the end of the month, I'm going to have even more money to save. And if I do this for 3 months, I'm going to have myself in a good position financially by the end of March. Oh, that's another thing. The end of March. I don't know how I missed it, how I messed this up. But in the first video I said, oh yeah, the end of March I can celebrate because Captain America comes out. I can go watch Captain America Civil War. For some reason, I thought Batman vs Superman and Captain America, I heard ages ago they were coming out on the same day. Then I thought that they had changed it so they didn't go head to head at the box office. And when I googled Captain America Civil War, it came up at the end of March. For some reason I assumed Batman vs Superman, the Superman, whatever it is, was in May. But it's not. That's in March as well. I think that's the 25th of March, and Captain America Civil War is the 26th of March, at least in the UK it is. So I'm going to get to celebrate with both of those at the end of this 3 months. What greater enthusiasm or reward or treat is there for a giant comic book movie fan? I can't wait. So I'm using that as a reward, a goalpost or whatever at the end of this 3 months. Batman v Superman, Captain America Civil War. Oh, I can't wait. Can't wait. I think you can tell I'm finding it a bit tougher this time. I hope you appreciate my honesty and my thoughts. But I'm feeling good. I'm happy. I'm feeling strong in what I am doing. I'm not doing as much as I could, but I'm still doing well. And I'm still pushing forward. Still grinding and going forward. I'm excited to see the video at the end of January, let alone the end of March, okay? Let's have a good 3 months, let's have a good year, good life, okay? Happy New Year again, we're doing this. Look after yourselves, guys, take care, and be rad.